Now you're going to legalize 11 million, 15 million people in this country. They'll be competing for jobs in the middle of a pandemic when you're down 17 million jobs at the top. How do you get high-paying jobs in that environment?
Well, you don't. I mean, look, people who want to understand what's coming should look at Argentina under Juan Perón. They should look at what's happening in Venezuela. They should look at the disaster that we had in Zimbabwe. When you bring in a power structure focused on ripping off everybody else to pay off its allies, this isn't about socialism. This is purely about corruption. They need the money. And you can tell how bad it is because the huge amount of money you mentioned that's going to California is barely enough to cover up the $34 billion plus that was lost to fraud. I mean, the bureaucracies are now so incompetent, so unwilling to work, so incapable of modernization. In California, they were sending out notices with the Social Security numbers on them. So criminals were picking up these things and looking at it, and they were filing false application. One house got 1,700 checks. And this is everybody who works hard, who's honest, who wants to have a better future for their family, needs to understand that the corrupt democratic machine has to rip you off because it can't control the very bureaucrats and the very unions and the very machines that are the heart of its existence.
So now we got 100,000 in 1 month illegal immigrants, a lot of them children, okay? We got rid of catch and release. We stopped construction of the border wall. We got rid of the stay in Mexico policy. Okay, so if it's 100,000 and this is not the peak season for illegal immigrants, we expect a lot more. Now we're going to pay for housing. We're going to pay for health care. We're going to pay for education, food, shelter. Is there anything we're not going to pay for?
Look, I'm a historian by trade, and I've looked at this for years and years. Let's be honest. If you, if you stand under a waterfall, you're going to get wet. So what Biden has decided to do is put all of America under a waterfall of immigration, pretend that it's okay, and have thousands and thousands of people come in who have COVID, have others come in who have no means of earning an income, have others come in who have health problems, and then he's going to say to the rest of us, what can I do? Now that they're here, I have to take care of them, which, by the way, sends a signal to the entire planet. Joe Biden wants you to come to America. Why don't you go now? And that's why you see, as I think Kevin McCarthy pointed out when they were down on the border, you're seeing Turks, you're seeing Arabs, you're seeing Chinese, people from all, people from all over the planet are coming to the United States, and they're saying, Joe Biden wants me to come here. They make T-shirts that say, Biden wants me to come here. It can't be clearer what's happening.